Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and you're watching Step Ladder, and I hope that you all are doing fine and good. If you are not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, then please subscribe my channel right now so that you'll receive the amazing contents and videos from my channel that I will be uploading in my YouTube channel. And I hope that you all are doing fine and good, and in this session we will be learning about corrosion. So what is corrosion? We will be learning in this session. So that is from your first chapter from your chemistry part, that is your chemical reactions and equations, from your NCERT class 10 CBSE science textbook. So this is the part 8 of this series. So let us start our session without much delay. So in this whole session, we are going to learn about corrosion, factors affecting corrosion, examples of corrosion, do all metals corrode, and the types of corrosion. So these are the topics that we are going to cover and learn in this whole session, and please stay with me till the end so that you can learn about corrosion, and this is going to be very interesting and also very helpful. So let's start the video. So first of all, we need to know what is corrosion. So corrosion is basically, it is a process in which a metal gets corroded due to the presence of oxygen. So when the metal is exposed in the atmosphere, so in the atmosphere you have many gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide, you have many other gases. So when a metal gets exposed or when it comes into the contact with oxygen, that metal gets corroded, and that chemical process is called as your corrosion. And corrosion is a chemical or electrochemical process or a reaction. Electrochemical means electrically chemical process or reaction. Fine. So this is your corrosion, and when we are talking about corrosion, something comes in your mind, that is rusting of iron. So rusting of iron is an example for your corrosion. So let me now read the definition of corrosion so that you can understand more better about corrosion. So corrosion is a natural process that converts a refined metal into a more chemically stable form such as oxide, hydroxide or sulfide. It is the gradual destruction of materials, usually a metal, by chemical or electrochemical reaction with their environment. So this is basically your corrosion all about. And remember, when corrosion takes place, there will be a change in the color of the material or the element or metal which gets corroded due to the presence of the oxygen or some other gases that are present in the atmosphere. So when corrosion takes place, also the stability level of the element or metal also increases. So the metal gets chemically stable more when corrosion takes place. So that is one benefit here. And such as and the products formed here are like oxide, hydroxide or sulfide. For example, when copper corrosion takes place, that is, copper gets corroded due to the presence of oxygen in the atmosphere, and the end product formed in this process is your copper oxide, which is red in color. So here you can see it is an oxide. And another example is your sodium hydroxide and hydrogen sulfide. So these are the examples for your corrosion. And remember, when corrosion takes place, there is a change in the stability of the metal as well as in the color of the metal. So this is your corrosion. Now let us see whether all metals corrode or is there any metal or metals that do not corrode. So metals that are placed in the higher level in the reactivity series like iron, zinc, etc., they get corroded very easily. So metals which are highly reactive, which are placed in the higher level in the reactivity series, like for example iron, zinc, etc., they get corroded very easily, while the metals that are least reactive or less reactive, or the metals which are placed in the lower reactivity series, they do not get corroded. For example, gold, platinum and palladium. So these are some metals that do not get corroded, and the metals that get corroded are your metals that are placed in the higher level in your reactivity series. Fine. So this is an example, like how can you say does all metals corrode, or is there some metals that do not corrode easily? So I guess you all understood the definition of corrosion and this topic also. So remember that interestingly, aluminium, which is highly reactive metal, it does not corrode. So as I said before, the metals that are placed in the higher level in the reactivity series, I said that they get corroded, while aluminium is the only metal that doesn't corrode because it is covered by a layer of aluminium oxide. So it has a coating of aluminium oxide. So that aluminium oxide helps the aluminium from getting corroded. So remember that aluminium doesn't get corroded like compared with other metals, and also it is more reactive. It is a highly reactive metal in the reactivity series. Why it does not corrode? Because it has a layer, or it is coated with a covering, that is your aluminium oxide. So aluminium oxide is a layer that protects your aluminium from getting corroded. So that aluminium oxide is formed due to the presence of oxygen. So when your aluminium is exposed to oxygen, that aluminium oxide layer is formed, which helps aluminium from not getting corroded. Fine, I guess this is understood by you all, and it is clearly understood. I hope you all understood it. So let me move with the next topic in this session. Now let us see what are some factors that affect corrosion. So these are nothing but the factors affecting corrosion. So the first factor here is your gases. When metals are exposed to gases or to the atmosphere, they get corroded easily. So when metals react with oxygen, like for example some other gases like carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide, so this is one factor that affects corrosion. And here the second factor is exposure of metals to moisture, especially salt water. Fine. So when your metals are exposed to moisture, to humidity, especially salt water, which increases the rate of corrosion. So when a metal is exposed to humidity or to moisture, it gets corroded easily, and the corrosion rate also increases. So this is your second factor affecting corrosion. And the third factor here is presence of impurities like salt, example NaCl, that is your sodium chloride. So if there is a presence of impurities like salt in a metal, so that metal gets corroded easily and faster too. So this is your third factor affecting corrosion. And the fourth factor here is your temperature. So if there is an increase in the temperature, then there will be an increase in your corrosion rate. So if the temperature is increased, the corrosion also takes place and the rate of corrosion also increases. So this is your fourth factor affecting corrosion. Got it? So these are some factors that affect corrosion. Fine. So I guess you understood. So now you have two more factors affecting corrosion. So the fifth factor here is nature of the first layer of oxide formed. Some oxides like aluminium oxide forms an insoluble protecting layer which can prevent further corrosion. Others like rust easily crumble and expose the rest of the metal. So here you can see, as I said before, aluminium oxide is a layer formed in your aluminium metal so that it can prevent itself from getting corroded or getting into the process of corrosion. So this is your fifth factor while other metals they easily get exposed to corrosion as they do not have a preventive layer or any oxide formed in their surface. Fine. So this is your fifth factor, and the last factor here is, so the sixth factor affecting corrosion is presence of acid in the atmosphere. Acids can easily accelerate the process of corrosion. So if there is a presence of acid in your atmosphere or in your surrounding, then it can easily accelerate in the sense it can easily speed up the process of corrosion. Fine. So this is your sixth factor that affects the process of corrosion. I guess you all understood it very well, and I hope so. So let me move on the next concept in this session. So that is the types of corrosion. So basically you have 6 types of corrosion, that is your crevice corrosion, intergranular corrosion, stress corrosion cracking, so that we often call it as SCC, and galvanic corrosion, pitting corrosion, and your uniform corrosion. So these are not given in your NCERT textbook, so these are just for your reference and for your better understanding, and as well as for your extra information. So basically you have 6 types of corrosion. So the first one is your crevice corrosion, second one is your intergranular corrosion, the third one is your SCC, that is your stress corrosion cracking, and the fourth one is your galvanic corrosion, the fifth one is your pitching corrosion, and the last type of corrosion is your uniform corrosion. So I am not going to explain about these corrosions in detail as of now, because you will be learning about these in our upcoming classes, I mean in the upcoming sessions and videos. So I will be teaching about this in detail. Fine guys. So now it is just for your reference and for your extra knowledge and information. So please you can have a look at these 6 types of corrosion, which will be useful for you. Okay, so here I have added a GIF to make you understand more clear and better about corrosion. So let me play the GIF so that you can understand more better about what is corrosion. So as you can see here, this is how your corrosion takes place, and this is the process of corrosion. Fine. So I guess you all understood very well, and this GIF also helped you out to understand about corrosion very better and well. So that's it for today guys, and I have few questions for you so that I can understand whether you all understood or not. So let me say the 2 questions. So define corrosion and give 2 examples for corrosion. So these are your today's work. So this is what you are going to do as of today. And before that, let me say some examples of corrosion. So you have many examples for corrosion. So let me give you some examples, like rusting of iron is an example of corrosion. Copper corrosion is an example of corrosion. When copper reacts with oxygen and it forms an end product, that is your copper oxide, which is in red in color. So that is an example. And silver tarnishing. So when your silver reacts with sulfur that is present in the atmosphere, so that is your silver tarnishing. So these are some 3 examples for your corrosion, and I guess you all understood it very well. And let me say the 2 questions, so that is define corrosion and write some examples for corrosion. So these are the questions. So please try to solve these questions so that I can know whether you all understood or not. If you are completing these questions, please post it in the comment section so that I'll check all your answers and I'll try to revert them back. And I hope that this video was very helpful, interesting and useful for you. If so, please like the video, share with your friends and classmates, and please comment in the comment section if you are having any doubts regarding this video. I'll try to clarify all your doubts and revert them back, and if you want to suggest something, please suggest it in the comment section. I'll try to revert them back and see all your comments. And please do not forget to hit the bell icon to get all kinds of notifications from my channel that I will be uploading in my YouTube channel. And if you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe my channel right now so that you'll receive the amazing contents, videos and notifications that are really super informative, interesting, helpful, beneficial, useful, and also amazing videos and notifications. So please subscribe my channel right now. Please like the video, share the video, comment in the comment section, and please do not forget to subscribe. And I will be back in the upcoming video with the next topic of this lesson, chemical reactions and equations. So until then, bye bye, take care and stay tuned. Please subscribe.